Hello, Doug Smith. One of the big things here on LinkedIn is the opportunity to connect people. That's why I reached out to you and why you and I hopefully are first person connections. But LinkedIn is a powerful tool to do something that I'm such a big believer in, and that's networking and referral marketing. Right now, I want to introduce you to Wade Morris with Between. The really cool thing about this is it takes referral marketing and kind of networking to a whole different level. So, Wade, first off, thank you for joining in and giving us the opportunity to connect and educate people in my world, the restaurant space, to what it is you do.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.
All right, so referral, networking, and the digital space. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Explain to us what exactly is Between, why you created it, and in a nutshell, how does it work?
Got it. Got it. It's a lot there. So we have always believed in the power of word of mouth. And I think most people get it, right? It's been around since before technology and internet. But how do we capture word of mouth and recommendations in a way that drives new business for restaurants, or we work with any B2C business, and actually scale it, monetize word of mouth in a way where customers can, or merchants can actually engage with customers, not just when they come in the door, but thereafter, very effectively and efficiently.
Yep.
So what makes us unique is that we actually have a globally patented technology that's powered by Visa. We have a partnership with Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. And so what we do is we actually take everyday word of mouth referrals and we incentivize customers to make more of those referrals through a very unique incentive program. So everyone has more or less seen a referral, refer a friend, referral programs
Right.
for a while now. I mean, you follow a link, you post online, you scan a code, but you have to do a lot of steps and prove those referrals. You have to do a lot of things for a lot of times a small reward. But what we found is, how many times during the week or during the day are you just casually talking to friends and just saying, hey, check out this restaurant. Hey, did you see this bar? Hey, look at this product. It's amazing. We do it all the time. It's a human instinct. And so how do we capture that in a way that's not intrusive, that's organic, and helps both the user and the business owner? So that's what
Very
we did.
cool.
We came up with this. Yeah, thank you. So we came up with this app and this platform where a user downloads the app, they link their card. Now, we don't store any of that information. This is through our partnership with, like I said, Visa. But what happens is they shop at the places that are on the app. They don't have to use the app. They use the app as a discovery tool. When, let's say, they go to a restaurant, and one of our restaurants in New York City is on the Between network. I go in and I say, oh my gosh, Doug, you need to check out this Korean barbecue. It's amazing. You go, you download the app. When you make your purchase there, the way you normally would, the app figures out the relationship, and 10% of your bill goes to me as a referral reward in my app that I can transfer to my bank account.
Wow. Okay. So basically, what you're able to do is take a restaurant's like top tier clients, the old 80/20 rule, if you will, and incentivize those people that are the 20% that drive 80% of your business to help spread the word, and it incentivizes them to come back more often. Would that be safe?
That would be very safe. And you hit on something that's really unique there. So obviously, not everybody's going to participate in a referral program, right? It's like you said, those loyal customers, the repeat customers, the ones who are like brand ambassadors for you, that are always talking about it or bringing their friends to the restaurant or the bar or whatever. And it's very hard for any business to figure out who they are, and how do you figure out who those top 20% are and connect with them and their social groups in a way that's efficient, that's organic, that is something that will be helpful for both people. So in our beta program, We actually worked with small merchants that were mostly restaurant owners, cafe owners, and probably 1 to 3 locations. We've actually replicated this at larger brands too, but we found on the beta program that those small merchants had about 13 customer social groups that brought in 80% of the revenue. That's their 20%. And what's exciting about it is they get a dashboard from us free, and they get to see and engage directly with who those people are and their social groups. Literally ask for their feedback directly, invite them to private promotions instead of sending coupons to everybody, and really with pinpoint accuracy, engage and incentivize the people who are the most influential, the most profitable, the most loyal. So pretty exciting.
Well, I think you just answered what my next question was going to be, and what makes you different, because there are loyalty programs all over the place. A lot of restaurants have their own apps per se. They have a lot of POS systems have their own platforms built in. So there's a cornucopia of choices for restaurants. And what sets you apart? I think you just reiterated, or you just outlined what does set you apart. But if there was any other example of why you're different than the multitude of other choices out there, what would that be besides what you already just said?
Well, I mean, as I mentioned before about like being able to make recommendations in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be post online. It doesn't have to be scanning or following a link. It's actually pretty organic. But the other thing that I think that makes us unique, and this is something that we've found that our merchants struggle with sometimes, is the reputation they get in these like anonymous fake review forums, the Yelps of the world and things of that nature, where it's hard to sift as a user through all of these reviews that you're unsure of who they are or what they're about. And only until I got really deep in this space did I find out that competitors will actually pay for reviews, and they'll pay to trash their competition, or pay to obviously uplift their results. But because we are tracking card transactions and linking it to a very unique ID, so if it's a social network or whatever, we know who they are, and we can verify that they're actually customers, actual purchasing customers. So from the business owner, one, it's an amazing tool. Obviously, you can ask directly for their feedback, but the reviews that are left through the app are only people who actually made a purchase at your store, actual customers, and you can ask them for their feedback. And two, from the user standpoint, the only people that I can see their reviews are people in my network, not just somebody random across the country.
Wow, very cool. Now, obviously, I'm in the restaurant space. This is also in the restaurant space, but your platform between isn't just restaurant centric, right?
Nope, not at all. It's really any B2C business, but I would say that our target audience is businesses that really are built on word of mouth and recommendations and really bring people together. So restaurants bring people together. It's a shared experience. Could be beauty cosmetics. That's another big area for us. And girls love to share, different products that they love, right? Retail, of course. We have a growing number of health and fitness classes and gyms and activities too. Like if you're going to museums or bowling or axe throwing, which is a whole nother animal. Ultimately, these businesses bring people together, and they're the ones that actually you're sharing about the experience and saying, hey, you should check this place out. Hey, come with me, Friday night. These places thrive on bringing a group-like experience, a positive group experience, I should say.
Right. Well, and I think one of the powerful things with the platform for you is the idea, the implied endorsement, where, people today, and it's been around as you said, but it's even more today because of social media. Even shopping for a car, someone's going to ask their friends, "Where'd you buy your car? Who is this? Who is that? Who do you know? Who do you know?" They're not going to the yellow pages per se anymore. They're not just Googling to say who's the top person. They're going to reach out and say, "Who do you know? Who can you connect me with?" So the opportunity that's really what your platform is doing. It's taking that implied endorsement and it's making it even more personal, which is extremely powerful.
Absolutely. And let me share something that I just happened upon a couple months ago that was just really just eye-opening in terms of like a statistic and a figure that kind of just makes sense for business owners to be able to see. So as you said, that people are moving more and more towards this organic type of recommendations, and they go to somebody, first person connections and things like that for networking and for advice and stuff. Now, if there was a target demographic or a growing demographic of customer base that a business owner should probably consider focusing on, it would probably be the millennials. The reason I say that is partly because, so right now the millennials is about 22 to like early 40s. It's a rough range, but ultimately in 5 years' time, they will make up 75% of the US workforce. That's a lot of buying power, right? So knowing what matters to them is probably crucial for your business. So in fact, almost 7 out of 10, so roughly 70%, things like 68% of millennials purchases are based upon friend or family recommendation. And about 90% of them actually trust those recommendations more than any paid brand advertising.
Wow.
Yes.
I can believe.
So, yeah. So if there was something that you should consider, whether it be referral or otherwise, that might be important for such a large demographic, that's probably it. So.
All right, so Between is available on the App Store with Apple. It's on Google Play. So it's there. It's easily accessible, easily downloaded. And what is the website, or how would people get a hold of you if one of my connections who watch this or are watching it right now, they go, you know what, that seems pretty cool. I'm going to get a hold of Wade. How would they do so?
Great question. So they can hit me up in multiple ways. If you're on LinkedIn, please connect with me. You can send me an email at Wade, W-A-D-E, at between sales, BTWN sales.us. Or they can check out our website. It's between app.us, betweenapp.us. And we'll definitely make sure that we post this information in the notes as well. So.
All right, cool. Wade, appreciate it. Between, go check it out. At least run through the demo. It's really cool. And again, App Store, Google Play. Wade, appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Doug.
All right, take care.